Hey guys, Matt here, and today I'm going to be doing a live commentary session of the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Now, I'm going to be playing on Bronze, mainly because on console, if you're not playing with a team that are really strong players, playing Silver or Gold is a bit suicidal, and if I had it for the PC, I would attempt to do Silver on my own. However, being with the difficulties with aiming, and when playing at 720p, there seems to be a bit of a input lag. It requires a bit of thinking on the console version, so it makes it rather difficult to properly play. Now, if you guys know about the multiplayer, well, if you guys have played it, you would probably know that for the most part, most of the classes you need teammates for, just because most of the classes are not self-sufficient. I think the only ones that really are happen to be either the Drell Adept or the Human or Asari Vanguard. And that's just because of, well, for the Vanguards, Biotic Charge and Nova. However, if you're the Asari of, if I remember correctly, Status and Biotic Charge. Now, the one thing I really like about the Drell Adept is that you have the 1-2 knockout, you have the pull, and then you have Reeve, and you're able to trigger Biotic Explosion, which does a fair amount of damage, along with pull. So, for most base enemies, you're taking them out with one hit. And for the bigger stuff, you have cluster grenades, which are fantastic, to be honest. They do immense amount of damage against armored units. Oh, this is where the story is a bit hairy. Whoa. My problem also is that I have limited weaponry, as if you haven't noticed, I'm stuck with the default assault rifle, as the drops have not been too kind to me. And I'm just saying back that stolen kill from before. Let's see. Yeah, no, but if you're using one of the self-sufficient classes, most notably the Human, you know, male or female, Vanguard, you're most likely going to be pulling first or second on a pretty regular basis, to be honest. It's not that hard when you get down to it, as you're just racking up massive amounts of kills, and I'm playing it kind of, ooh, that's not good. Kind of playing it a little bit slow right now, as this is my first game of the day. Oh. And one thing I will say, use your cluster grenades as much as you really want to, because with the unlimited ammo you have, oh, that guy stole my kills. And that is one big problem I find in the multiplayer. You will get your kills stolen pretty often. However, again, most people don't use the self-sufficient classes, so you can usually get away with it without having to face much. Oh, Nemesis. One good thing about pull is, even though it doesn't really affect people that are, you know, oh, that was bad, that are using shields or barriers, you're able to get a pretty nasty staggering effect, and come on now. And there's the bell explosion at work. And no, I'm not playing the objective too well, but that's because I kind of leave that to my teammates. I'm more aligned as the person that's taking out the people. And like I said before, console players really aren't the best of this game. I blame the terrible connections, as connections are not that great in this game. I'll be the first one to admit that. But along with the lack of proper control that you can get from keyboard and mouse, which in all fairness, I really do think this game is made for. There's not much you can really do with weaponry, and most people don't realize how effective powers really are, so they use classes like the Soldier, Infiltrator, stuff like that, which they're good in their own right. However, for the most part, they're support classes, and with the Soldier, if you're not using really good weaponry, i.e. the Get Plasma Shotgun, the Falcon, I've seen a few people use the Scorpion pretty well. However, I haven't been able to test that, as I don't really have too much weaponry, as since I'm stuck with playing gold, I really can't get enough money in order to get the proper weaponries in a nice amount of time. I mean, in order to get a Spectre package, it takes me 4 games if I win, and I generally win. I'm generally able to keep a team alive on bronze without that much of a problem. However, like I said, there's always oh, okay. I can't really get mad at that. Yeah, but if you're, like, I'm going back to the self-sufficient class thing. If you're using a self-sufficient class, you'll get crazy scores. I'm getting a bit of PVR lag. Okay, that buffed out. Hopefully I can fill in the frames where that was lost in the recording. And like I said, the pull effect is nasty for the stagger effect alone. And the fact it can generally go around corners, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not pinpoint. It's pretty effective. There we go. It didn't really affect him, but whatever. So was heavy melee. Now, I think it's time for me to talk about the campaign a little bit, as I've really been wanting to mention this. However, I haven't really, found the opportunity, as this is my first video that is about Mass Effect 3, other than the one I posted like a month ago. However, that was over Call of Duty gameplay, and just before the game even came out. And of course, I changed myself from saying that, oh yeah, it's gonna be a great game, a great engine. The game itself is decent. There are a lot of problems. For one, the input lag for 720p. When I'm playing on 1080p, I don't really notice it as much. It could be because I'm playing on a smaller monitor or a faster refresh rate. I'm not really sure. However, I'm getting problems with screen tearing, and it just is not that great of an experience, to be honest. And it's something I didn't witness with Mass Effect 2 or 1 for that matter. So, that if you activate, not the pull field, that's Mass Effect 2, but the pull range, these guys you have to take out pretty quick for those that don't know. And like I said before, horrible controls on console because of input lag. PS3 people with BF3, you're not alone. I think PS3 has it too on Mass Effect 3. However, I'm not really sure. But yeah, going back to the ending. The ending and the game itself in general, really, it was obviously rushed. There's no way of getting around that, to be honest. Ooh, man, that's so nasty. Oh. There we go, okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, I got the kill. Yeah, I'm not I'm not amazed in the game, don't get me wrong. I'm able to hold my own pretty well. Oh no, Krogan melee. I kind of set myself up for that. But I am able to pull ahead pretty often. Too bad I didn't have the effect. What the hell? Oh, frag grenade. Yeah, I probably should start using my cluster grenades a bit more. They're really effective when it comes down mostly to the Reapers. That's where I've been finding the most success with this class. With the Cerberus and Geth, I've been finding that Vanguard is particularly effective, if not cheap. But when it comes to Cerberus, what am I talking about? But when it comes to Reapers with Vanguard, the Banshee alone ruins the class for it, as you're just prone to dying way too often. Oh, I thought he was a combat engineer first. Will it kill you? No, okay. No, that's my kill! Oh, you douchebag! Oh, I hate other people. He's even waiting for me to lower this person's health. I know it. Yeah, see? It's people like that I can't stand, and you'll find a lot of people like that. And I'm not completely sure why, as they do get deducted. Ooh, there we go. Oh, yeah. That's where cluster grenades are extremely useful. And the great thing about the Drell adept, and there he goes again. He's waiting for the last second to get the kill. And he has the will, which is extremely powerful, so he's able to do it pretty often, which is quite unfair, as I get 90% of kills. Don't get me wrong, I still hold my kills, I'm doing it right now, but I'm not purposefully, I am purposely going after it when I do it, I'm not gonna lie. Well, half the time I am, half the time I'm not. But people like, where is his name? It's Japanesey. But people like Himose Yamato, they generally go after the scraps, and I find it most notably with Infiltrator, and I kind of understand why. Their class is so weak to begin with. Like I said, they're not a self-sufficient class, they're a support class. They're great for taking out... They're great for taking out things like Atlases and Banshees and Brutes, especially Brutes, because generally what I've been finding is that they generally use snipers, and it's generally for their strong suit because they're able to cloak and get away whenever they want to, and take long shots, as up-close combat, they're not sufficient. And to be honest, most of the weaponry in this game is rather bad, case in point M8, but it's sufficient enough that you don't have to always use your powers. However, if you want to do good at the game, you're going to be using your power. Oh, okay, that was bad hit detection. That should have locked on. And here he goes again. But you'll find that people do that constantly throughout the match, and it's hard for me to blame them, really. As, like I said before, they're so gimped when it comes to powers. However, they choose that for themselves. I mean, I would love to have a team full of adepts. And now that I think about it, a Turian Sentinel would actually be really effective, as you have the ability of warp. Oh no, I think it's like warp and overload, which I can imagine that being extremely effective, especially against the Reapers and Cerberus. Actually, now that I think about it, it's effective against everyone. Oh god, that's not good. Yeah, no. For those that don't know, turrets are extremely OP, and that is actually where infiltrators come in pretty well. Infiltrators and engineers, as they're able to take this up pretty well, and again, they should cloak it away. But for Vanguards and Adepts and the Soldier class, you're pretty screwed when coming as a turn, as they're extremely accurate. I mean, extremely freaking accurate, and they do just so much damage. And there's an Atlas on the map, but I don't know where. I guess it's in there. Okay. Well, that guy got quite a few kills. Where am I taking damage? Oh. Yeah, no, but cluster grenades, they are infinitely better than the other grenades in mine. Oh, yeah, there was one in there. I should have saved it for that. Will I get the kill? Yeah, I got the kill. Oh, God. Yeah, when it comes to heavies, I care less about me stealing a kill from them, as they're hard enough to kill. And well, my character is, I believe, pretty suited for taking out heavy units, as you have Reeve, and most of the heavy units, Banshees, Alice's, so on and so forth, they will have armor or barriers. In Banshee's case, barrier and armor. And Reeve is particularly effective, and so is Cluster Grenades, just because of the sheer power to begin with. So you can't really beat... Oh, I was about to say I'm out of ammo. It wasn't letting me reload. But that's just input lag again. Oh, what is up there? 7% assist. I'm liking that. One thing I do find myself doing pretty often in the game, and I'm trying to keep it to a minimum somewhat right now, is I do find myself checking my stats a lot, because for some reason this game, I love to be a stat whore. I love to be in first place, and I kind of understand why, as it's not so much a competitive scene like, you know, multiplayer FPS, but it's kind of a competitive co-op session, and I always have been competitive, whether it be, you know, Halo 3 or Halo 2 campaign, and I always want to do the best, particularly in, you know, NPC versus, but whatever, that's a little rant. And it's mopping up here. Let me go get a bit of ammo. For those of you that do not know, on the final round, you end up being evacuated, and oh, I didn't get any grenades. That's unfortunate. Let me try again. Where? Oh, there they are. Oh god, that's not good. Oh, that would have been nasty if I had status. Or stasis, not status. No, Yamato, you're not getting my kill this time. No, 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 no. Yeah, but anyway, I do plan on doing this a bit more often. I understand this one's a bit stale. Cole at the first time jitters. I don't know. But, what am I getting hit by? But I do plan on doing this a bit more, and I think my channel is going to be evolving more into a live commentary session, and ooh, that should not have hit me. I don't know, maybe somewhere, oh god, that's not good. And maybe somewhere down the road, I may consider doing a Let's Play or two. I don't know, my main drawback to the Let's Play is mainly just my connection, as I feel I would enjoy Let's Plays, as I do love single player games. Ooh, I'm being demolished right now. Yeah, I was didn't want too much damage there for my liking. Didn't really want to use that med pack, but kinda didn't have a choice at that point. One thing I've been finding a bit of problems with doing is keeping up with consumables, as I don't get enough money like I said before to buy constant supplies, so when I get them, it's pretty rare. I love when they have the I forget what it's called. It was like the extreme consumer spot. It was something cool, and it just gave you 5 of everything if you had 33,000 points. And I wish they had them more often. I keep on getting this premium Spectre package. But anyway, it's wrapping up. I'm gonna see what my score was, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I know this is a bit of a long video. I do plan on posting it in one session. It should go up on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Well, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna try to use more often. I'm gonna do them in one-time sessions, and I think I'm gonna call the series Road to Gold until I finally am able to play a gold match and actually win. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and hopefully I can post this a bit more often. And oof, I actually did pull ahead quite a bit. Well, you guys, this has been Matt, and peace out.